Oh, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have made it out here to Performance East. PE actually got in a new unit. It's a new Can-Am. No one has seen them yet. It literally came in the other day. Austin sent me a picture of it, and we're here to check it out. We're getting to ride it today. As you guys know, I love Performance East, and they got machines stacked. So if you guys need a machine, look at all the four-wheelers. Holy crap. Ever since COVID let off, it's been packed up. Look at all the four-wheelers right there. Look at all the freaking side-by-sides. This is ridiculous. What do you think, Christian?
I might have to buy a unit.
You're gonna buy a unit?
No, I need to take one off their hands.
Are we shopping for you or what?
I'm just not a big mudder, dude.
Not a bit. What do you want then? Look, they got the dirt bikes.
Yeah, a little KO.
But the reason we're here today, Can-Am did away with all their 570s, all their 650s, all that jazz. They came out with a whole new lineup of four-wheelers. And this is one right here, baby. Check this thing out. So this is an Outlander. It's an Outlander 2023. It's a 500. It's a 500, bro.
Yeah,
what?
Weird. I've never heard of that.
Me neither. But this isn't the four-wheeler we're here for. We're actually here to ride a 700 XMR. But before we go look at that four-wheeler, let's check this one out. So when I first seen these four-wheelers, I checked the calendar and it wasn't April Fool's Day, and I was like, no way. They were pretty ugly. Okay, they're growing on me a little bit. I still think the old body style is nicer, but at first I was not a fan. So we're gonna try to change my opinion today. So for starters, this is a totally new four-wheeler. This thing is 100% different. The front end is different. The racks are different. Everything about this is different. All the plastics, everything. The motor. They downright changed everything and basically made a whole new four-wheeler. So on this back rack, it looks like they dropped it down in so you could put a cooler. Well, just a little goofy to me. It's like a tiny, shallow trunk. Not really a fan of that. But, you know, there's gonna be aftermarket racks and all kinds of stuff on the internet. So you could probably get that changed. The seat, it's a different style seat. Look how square it is. Kind of weird. That's nice. Look at how they did up under the seat, tearing into this thing. Very clean. They got all your wires ran nice and neat. They actually got a spot for every single wire. You can get to your spark plug right there. That is fantastic. Does this thing pull up? No, to get to your battery, you got to undo these screws right here, it looks like. Yep, so to get to your battery, no.
That's just the terminal where you can hook up to.
Okay, so you're telling me maybe this isn't your battery. You can actually jump start. That looks like a negative. That's a positive? Yeah, so you can actually jump the machine from right there. So what's under here? I did not do my research before we came and checked these things out. I just knew I wanted to come see them. So that's weird. I don't have a Torx head to take this off, but pretty interesting. Under the seat, nice and clean. Quick spark plug access. That is nice. Let's pop off these plastics for the first time. Pop that off. So we're rocking a single cylinder, which is kind of new for Can-Am. It's always been V-twins. A single cylinder 500, pretty interesting. Belt box is easy to get to right there. It looks like you can get to all your bolts without having to tear anything else off. We'll see how easy this is to put back on. That was a lot easier than the 2022s to put back on. Looks like we got some storage right here. Check that out. Little, I won't really call that a dry box. It's probably not gonna keep nothing dry. But this is not a snorkel model. That has dry storage in the front.
Push down and pull up.
Push down and pull up. Okay, oh, look at that. You push down on these and then pull them up. Neat, nice storage in the front. That's quite a bit of storage right there. I don't know, man. No bumpers, no nothing. Granted, I'm coming from like the top of the line, the 850s and the 1000s, and these are very, very well priced. Can-Am did do a really good job on that. I think for the XMR 700, you're right at 10. That's a lot better than the 13.5, 14 you'd be spending on an 850 XMR. But I don't know, the new plastics, I don't know how I feel about these yet, but I do think the other one, the XMR, the one we're really taking a look at today, it's over here. Let's go see if we can find it. Danny, buddy, what you doing, man?
Oh, you know, wipers.
A wiper kit?
Wiper kit on the old.
There you go. Going street legal or what?
He's already got it. He's ready to go.
Sweet. Heck yeah. Danny stays doing something here. Okay, this one looks a lot better. Check that out, man. That is wild. So here's the XMR 700. Super funky, man. These lights right here are aftermarket, and these fender flares are aftermarket. Danny, what do you think of the 700?
It's probably the next big thing.
Really?
Honestly, it's gonna change the game.
You seriously?
I swear.
Have you like worked on them, looked at them at all?
I've looked at them, rode them.
Yeah. No way.
Change the game.
You like it?
I love it. It's like a Can-Am met a Honda, Kawasaki.
No way.
Like everything.
Uh-huh.
Everything that you wanted to be in it.
Yeah.
The Polaris seat.
Uh-huh.
Oh, seats like
Did feel that on the other one.
So good. It's really good on this XMR.
Yeah.
You've probably gone through it already, but
I've yet to look actually. But I do know I'm gonna really like that front XMR cover.
XMR.
That changes it. That they needed that.
yeah, the back is a little funky.
Yeah, the back's pretty
I
funky.
guess it's for your coolers, I guess.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start looking this thing over and see what we can find out. So I've yet to really sit on one or ride one, but okay, that seat is soft. That might be really nice. But one thing right off the bat, as soon as I seen the pictures, I was like, damn, that thing's ugly. And I go, well, they did a really good job on this front end. If you check this out, on the old XMRs, they were so hard to clean out. You were always getting radiator packed with mud. They were always catching a lot of mud and then overheating really fast. Now mud's not gonna be coming down on top and clogging up this radiator. It can only get through right there, which is really where your wind comes through at, so it'll stay cool. But you pop this thing up, you got full access to clean your radiator. That is sweet. That is super nice. I wish the 22s had this. That is game changing right there. No more overheating issues. They fixed that and killed it. Now everything should be the same that we just went over on the 500. I mean, your wires are clean, get to your spark plug easy. These are all single cylinders, which is gonna be really interesting when you're riding. But this one is a 700, and on the Can-Am website, it does say 649 cc's, but they call it a 700. Not too sure what's up with that, but should be interesting. Same goofy rack. That's a pretty nice wheelie bar right there. The wheelie bars on the old ones, they bend up. They're always flexing and bending, and you can't get to your rear hatch. But that one's not bending nowhere. That's a solid piece. Exhaust out the side. Maybe your battery sits right here. It has a picture of a battery right here, so maybe your battery's in here. I would love to tear this thing apart, but it's not mine to start unscrewing stuff. Got your 2-inch hitch receiver back here. That's super sweet. Oh, and the biggest thing, check this out. Can-Am came out with a new mud tire. They've switched over. These are actually Swamp Kings, which look pretty good. Now, we're not gonna get to test these today, because again, it's not my machine piece, just letting us go rip it. But we're gonna try not to get it too muddy. But these things actually look really good. Look at the size of these lugs. They should clean out well. I don't think mud's gonna stick to these tires too hard. And I think they'll clean out and be good tires. Super excited to test those if I do end up buying one of these for myself. So sitting on the foiler, it feels a little wide in the legs. That might be something to get used to. Got the same storage up here. It's actually got USB ports. Check this out. You can actually plug up a USB cord and charge your phone right there. That is sweet. If this box stayed waterproof, which I don't think it will, that is pretty cool. Can-Am actually listened, and they actually put a lanyard on the key, dude. Check that out. Thank God. I guess they watched a few of the videos and they seen this key falling off. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a mud hole and I've accidentally kicked the key off. And it seems like every time it happens, the video gets like 1 million views. And it's just downright ridiculous, because then you gotta find the key in the bottom of the mud hole. That, or you have a floaty on it, but those key floaties rip off all the time. But this lanyard right here is exactly what you need. So that is sweet. It comes factory with a pull handle. That is awesome. Big upgrade there. I mean, you all the time have to buy these aftermarket, and I'm glad to see that on there. I want to tear apart these snorkels and see what this looks like real quick. I want to see if all 3 snorkels come up in the center locations. If it does, that's game changing. See if this thing pops off. This is so foreign to me. It's definitely different. You have to learn how to put these things back together again. That's nice. Okay, that was extremely easy. Let's pop this head unit off. What are we working with? Okay, all your snorkels are at the same height. That's sweet. On previous Can-Ams, you'd have a snorkel here, here, and then one up here. But this one, all 3 come up right here. Now, they're not super tall, but at the same time, they're all in the same location at the same height, which is nice. We'll also make it super easy to snorkel this thing and make it go taller. All the vent lines run up to here, it looks like. I'll run into there. That's sweet. Got your P-trap right there. Is that the air box? That looks like a small air box, right? I'm not tripping. That was easy. That is a big air filter down in there. So check that out. Look down in here. Here's your air filter. I cannot tell how that air filter is set up. It looks like the actual air box, the lowest point of the air box is where the snorkel goes down to your throttle body. So if you got water in it, it looks like it's instantly gonna sink. But I can't tell. I'd have to take this air filter out to really see. Did it actually? Can-Am's getting better. That went on a lot easier. The 2022s, the other foilers you're fighting to get plastics on, that literally popped right off and popped right back on. It was easier to get on than it was off. Now we're at Performance D's, which is right down the road from Busco Beach. So we're not just gonna talk about the foiler and show it off to you guys. We're actually gonna go rip it and ride it and see how this thing performs and see how it handles. But first, we gotta go steal a trailer. Now most people don't know, but Performance D's actually sells trailers. Check the lineup of trailers out. They got them stacked. And these are all really nice, lightweight aluminum trailers. I mean, ranges in all sizes. You got little 8-foot trailers all the way to like 32-foot trailers down there towards the end. We're gonna snag and steal this one real quick and load the foiler up on this so we can get it to Busco. See how this thing pulls. I need to get me a little trailer like this. But let's just go ahead, cut it in a montage, and we'll pick you guys up at Busco. Oh, well guys, we're hopping on the 700. This thing's gonna be quite funky, quite weird. I've never rode one of these other than putting it on the trailer. I can already tell you this shifter is so smooth. Let's see, we're in sport mode. It looks like the same dash and display. Get this thing off the trailer. Y'all wanna go race real quick on the drag strip? Let me warm it up real quick. I'm gonna cruise around the parking lot, let this thing get some heat to it. And we're gonna see what kind of power it has. It is phenomenally smooth. Like, I'm really impressed with how smooth it is. Over here, it's all the same thing with your throttle. You got your throttle, diff lock, yada yada yada. You can change your modes. Let's see, we got sport off, work mode. What else do we got? Just work mode and sport mode, it looks like. It doesn't seem to have an eco. Could be wrong, but I'm not seeing it. Yep, that's sport mode. Over here, the headlights, that kind of looks cheap to me, kind of irritating. Kill switch, start button, power steering seems really good. These new tires, I'd really like to see how these do in a mud hole. These guys are on Honda, so we ain't got to give it too much throttle. So, oh, they're already going for it. This thing's gonna be funky. It feels really good. It feels stable too. Like skimming, like if you're gonna go skim mud holes, I feel like this thing would be really stable across them. I don't know if the dimensions of the other foilers are the same or what it is, but it does seem solid. Let's give it a little hit. I don't think it's gonna have the power of the 850s, but it's gonna have plenty of power, I tell you that. It's weird being a single cylinder. Suspension feels good. We're definitely gonna go trail ride this thing a little bit. We just don't wanna get it too dirty. All right, let's give it its first hit, man. See what this thing's capable of. Did they already take down the light? Yeah. That's crazy. All right, y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Hit it. The Rancher's keeping up. There it is, about 40. Yeah, 50. 56, 55 maybe. It's not very fast. For a single cylinder, I guess you wouldn't expect extreme speed, but for it to be a Can-Am, it's not very fast. That's funky. It's so weird, man. It ain't very fast. I was surprised the Rancher's keeping up. It kept up to like 42, 40 something. That's crazy. Let's hit it one more time. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's got power, but it's not like Can-Am power, you know what I'm saying? I really wish we had some other foilers to compare this to, like Can-Am's like the 570, the 650, you know, that kind of stuff, and really see the difference. Because I don't have much experience on the 570s or 650s. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm not really leaving them. Okay, now we're starting all right, about 45, 50 we're leaving them. That's crazy, man. I would have expected it to be quicker than that. Can I wheelie it? I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's gonna have to be in low. So we're gonna throw that thing in low. We just spun out. I don't know if it's just spinning or if it ain't got the torque for it. I'm kind of disappointed it's not faster than that. But at the same time, the price on this thing is a lot lower. It's like 3 grand lower than the 850. I'm gonna go rip this thing around a little bit. Let's go see what we think about this thing, boys. Power out the gate, I'm not super impressed. There's things I really like about this foiler and there's things I'm not as much of a fan of. Like, I wish it had more power, but again, it's one cylinder. One thing they really did a good job on is making it easy. If you sink it, you can pop that plug out. It's right there. It's so easy to get to. Pop the plug out and unsink it. Super sweet. So glad they fixed that issue. Can-Am definitely fixed some of the problems we were having. The overheating problems, even with the relocated radiator, they got a better cover on it. It's easier to get to, easier to clean. If you sink the bike, it's easier to get to the spark plug. I don't know, boys. I don't know how to feel about it right now. Man, look at all the trash from Mud Bash. My goodness. Oh, I can't stand people. Look at all this crap. Look at that. People just leaving their trash out here. Let's go hit these trails back here. Go see how it handles on the trails. We got Smokey the Bandit up here. We got to keep in mind, it's not a V-twin. It is a single cylinder 700. I do feel something that don't feel right. Not sure what that is yet. something in the rear end, I feel like. I'm pretty sure this might be an entirely new frame and everything. These bikes might have some issues until Can-Am gets everything resorted out. You know, with a brand new product like this, you run into some problems. But I feel like with the rear tire spinning, I can feel a little bit of a hiccup going on. Oh, that's muddy. Let's not get this thing covered in mud. Not my machine, boys. Not my machine. But dude, that is game changing. I like how they did the snorkels. I like how they did this front radiator relocate. I like that the key comes with a lanyard already. And the shifter, look at this, look at this. I mean, the shifter is just so smooth. I mean, just one finger. Just showing you can do it with one finger, I mean, just shows you how smooth it is. That is sweet. I don't know how they smooth the shifter up so much, but the thing's butter. Dude, what is that hiccup I'm feeling? See if I can feel it if I just stomp it. If you're in the throttle and the suspension's working, you can feel it. Dude, I'm really surprised that Ranger was keeping up with this thing. That Ranger must have something done to it, dude. There's a deer, look at the deer. So far, everyone I've heard that's rode this thing's really liked it though. This foiler's taken over the smaller foiler scene, your 570s, your 650s, you know, so on and so forth, which again, I don't have a whole lot of experience with. I've rode them, but I haven't really, you know, dug into them. So when you're looking at it in that aspect, this thing's probably the ticket. I'm not just saying that to say it. I almost might buy one. I might buy this one, dude. I sold the Honda Rubicon, and this would honestly be the perfect replacement. I bet reliability on this thing is through the roof because it's not making insane power, and the snorkel setup's good, the radiator setup's good. I just don't see this thing giving many issues other than I don't know what the heck I'm feeling in the rear end of it. I'm hoping I can get to the bottom of that before this video's over. It's probably nothing, and this thing's perfectly fine, but it's definitely a weird clank. I don't think we're crossing this. See, is there any way around this? Since I sold my Honda, I'm gonna be getting Brie a four-wheeler, and this is probably what I'm gonna get her. It's plenty of power for her. It's gonna go as fast as it needs to, and it should never give me any issues, I don't think. I feel like right there I was doing 40, but I feel like I'm doing so much faster. That's 30, 40, 46. Dude, I feel like I'm hauling. If you put a pipe on this thing and just sent it into every mud hole, just full bore, baby. Dude, it looked like you're just hauling tail. Oh yeah, you can feel it in that sand. I wonder if that's the suspension thing right there. It might be something suspension and not something in the drivetrain. Let's go up here real quick. Mud Bash happened like, I guess last week? Maybe it was the week before. Man, this place was loaded with people. Absolutely crazy to see it empty. And let's go band check these geese real quick. Bands? No bonds, no bonds. There you go. See ya. What you doing over here all by yourself? What are you doing? Can he not fly? No, he's flying now. I'm really hoping that next year Can-Am will actually do some of this stuff like these snorkels, the front radiator, the key lanyard, you know, that's a simple thing. But maybe even the plastics and put it on a V-twin. I mean, that would honestly be really cool. I think it'd drive a lot of the market to go buy new ones, buy new 850s and whatnot. I still think the 850 is one of the baddest freaking foilers you can buy. But for the money, this 700 gets you on it, dude. So I want to say price on this is about 10, maybe 10 to 11. And the prices on the 850s are like 13 to 14. So you're talking saving anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 going with this over an 850, which that's a lot of money, dude. You could buy a Recon with that. Honestly, this might be the ticket for a lot of people. Christian, how do I look?
You look great.
I look great?
How do you feel?
It's not that fast.
Really?
Dude, like, I mean, it's a single cylinder. So I think, and I'm not speaking for Can-Am, no affiliations with Can-Am, but I think they're trying to close that gap in the market. So you got like your Hondas, you're cheap, reliable. You got your Polarises, still lower priced than Can-Am, quite not there in performance, but really comfy ride, you know? And then you got Can-Am with all the power. I think Can-Am's trying to hit a different market with this thing and trying to get some of those Honda riders and get some of those Polaris people to switch over and buy these machines. Like Danny was saying, it's a mix between a lot.
Do you think the single cylinder will be more reliable?
Oh yeah.
A lot more?
Yeah, I don't think you could break this thing. There's a weird sound that it's already making, but it's like if you're heavy in the throttle and the suspension's working, there is a weird clunk, and I have no clue I don't even know what to guess.
I like it. I mean, it's cool.
It's a cool machine, and I'm glad, you know, Can-Am's doing something different. I know, just like I did not like the look of this thing when I first seen it. At the end of the day, if these companies aren't doing something different and different year after year, there's never going to be any progression, and we're going to have the same damn four-wheelers 10, 15 years from now. So it is cool being able to see, you know, the direction stuff is going. Like Danny was saying, man, he kind of hit the nail on the head. It's I feel like it's a mix between a lot of different things. You want to ride it?
Yeah.
Do not sink it, roll it, flip it, nothing stupid. You hear me?
I understand. Let me see the helmet.
This is not my four-wheeler. You gotta respect it, or else it's coming out of your check. So tell me what you think as soon as you sit on it. Like you've rode the 850.
Oh my, bro.
Yeah, all right.
It sinks in. You're
It does.
soft.
It is soft.
Way more
That thing's gonna be heavy when it's full of water, though. That's gonna be one heavy seat.
The knee situation's weird though.
It's wide.
Yeah, right?
It is very wide.
Kind of feels like the Rubicon.
Really?
Kinda.
The Honda. So I've never rode a Grizzly, but Danny said something about it being like a Grizzly.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what part of that he was talking about. I should probably jump on a Yamaha one day and see what I think about it.
Ooh, it's smooth.
Yeah, that power steering, cuz. All right, don't mess it up. That thing throws a lot of sand. He's probably gonna have a lot of fun with it. But this trailer, I honestly think I might buy me a little trailer like this. Just a small little lightweight trailer. I've been using that little crap green one. That trailer's pretty sweet. When we go to drop this thing back off at PE, I gotta check the price on that. We might leave with it. There he goes.
Let's do a little dead stop diggy. 3, 2, 1, dig. Woo! Oh, that's water. Don't want to hit the water. It's definitely nowhere near as much power as like, you know, an 850 or a 1000 by any means. Like, there's a very, very noticeable difference. But, oh, look at that turtle. Braden said don't go in the water. I'll go in the water if I want to. Look at me, boys. We're in the water. Bosco Beach is so crazy when nobody's here. It's so open. There's so much room to just do this and woo! Oh my gosh. What is that clunking? What is that awful clunking?
Oh, you hear it too.
I can feel it.
Bro, this thing looks good from the front.
That's what I'm saying.
It looks really good from the front.
You can definitely tell they've gone for a lot more modern look. It's kind of like the cars and trucks these days. Kind of gives that same vibe. But it's smooth.
It is smooth.
But it is... But other than the clunk, but there is a drastic difference from an 850 to this. Yeah. Like big difference.
There is. There definitely is. Bro, these tires are chucking the sand though.
Really?
Like it is sending the sand. I want to have a set of these tires on an 850 so bad to really like compare them to the cryptids, man. Yeah. That shifter is so smooth. I really do think Can-Am's trying to hit a different market. Instead of just high freaking performance, they're trying to make some foilers that are just gonna freaking be tanks, man. And just do what you need them to. Nothing crazy. Let's go around the pit bike track. Hopefully it's not flooded. Oh, it almost looks like they just reshaped these. No, I lied. There's a mud hole in the track. It's a little bumpy. Yeah, I need to take a little lap around the track first. Make sure there's no new mud holes in the middle of them. It is funky, man. That it do be. Yeah, it's oh goodness. Yeah, they need to smooth this track out a little bit, eh? Now, Performance East will be selling this machine at the store. So if you guys want it, it will be at PE. It's actually got 9 miles on it already from us ripping it. I think it had like 3 maybe when we started, maybe 5. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing washed up just a little bit. Get some of this crap off of it before it dries, because this thing will be getting sold. So if you guys want this four-wheeler, it will be for sale at Performance East. I'm gonna give this thing back to Austin. He's gonna be like, dude, did he even ride it? Now the question is, can I get this thing back to the truck without making it a muddy mess? All right, let's see here. Oh, I just sat in the wet stuff. Oh yeah, I can't freaking give it the beans anymore. Well, this thing is pretty awesome, guys. I mean, so for the price, you know, you're talking $10,000, you get yourself a mud quad. Like for the price, 10K, man, that's cheaper than a Honda. Whoa, wait a dang minute. That is cheaper than a Honda Rubicon. I did not think about that. It's not like Rancher cheap, like Honda Rancher, but this is cheaper than a Honda Rubicon. Can-Am's trying to take over the off-road scene. I promise you that. I think I paid like $12,000 for my Honda Rubicon, and this is probably 10 to 11. Let's slap this thing up on the trailer. Let's take it back to its home before we destroy it. All right, guys, we're back here at PE. We're dropping this trailer and bike. The trailer is great. I'm gonna go check prices on this. I need to get a picture of this. Austin needs to know which trailer I was talking about. Dude, that four-wheeler looks good.
I like it.
It's growing on me. The back's still ugly. If they would have just did a flat rack, it probably would have been better. Look at this. It's got little mud flaps. I mean, if you took those mud flaps off and whatnot, and if it didn't have like the rack for the cooler or whatever, probably look a bit better. Tell me what you think. The new 2023 Can-Am 700. That's weird just saying it But these tires are new too. Very, very interesting. I really cannot wait to see how those do in the mud. I think they're gonna do good. I really do. It's an all new 2023. These headlights are in some of the newer four-wheelers, but everything on this four-wheeler is totally different. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, please smash that like button. What should we do? Should we buy one? We gotta get 2 new four-wheelers. I already know what four-wheeler I'm getting for my main riding rig, but I do need a spare. I need a backup unit. So if you guys would, drop in the comments. Is this the machine? Should we buy this machine right here? Go ahead, leave your thoughts about this unit in the comments. I'm curious to see what everybody says. I know a lot of people are gonna say, you know, oh, it's ugly, blah, blah, blah. I said the same thing. It's growing on me, at least the front is. And I do believe, like I said earlier, you have to keep innovating to get further ahead. And that's what Can-Am's doing. They're innovating, baby. So that's real awesome. If you guys would, like, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.